felicidades, congratulations in so many different levels.
Thank you very much. I'm still so nervous now. Thank you, everyone, to stay here and to stay still to finish the movie. Thank you.
Let's start from the beginning. You wrote the screenplay. What sparked the idea? What inspired you to write the screenplay? What was the specific story that you knew, a personal story? What sparked it?
If you don't, I can speak in Spanish and you're gonna Esther. Esto viene de dos insumos principales. Uno es la observación que yo hice de la vida de mi madre desde los 9 años, cada vez que la iba a visitar.
There's two sources of inspiration. One was my mother, since I started visiting her when I was 9 years old.
Y eso, digamos, como la documentación de la vida de una persona migrante. Y luego, cuando yo decido a mis 23 años poder compartir con ella un momento de la vida, ¿no?
So that was kind of the documentary side of it, documenting that the life of a migrant. And then the second part was, the second source was when I decided to live with her when I was 23 years old.
Y para mí lo más importante fue que hay muchas cosas de la vida de una persona migrante que no se pueden documentar o no están en las estadísticas, y son todas estas quiebres emocionales, ¿no? Todas estas rupturas emocionales que se dan entre las familias.
And there's, for me, there was something really important, that there's something that you can't really document, that the statistics don't tell about the lives of the migrants, and that's the emotional breakdowns that happens within the families.
Entonces, a mis 23 años, cuando vivo con ella, me permito también la observación de otras muchas mujeres migrantes que transitaban las mismas heridas.
So, you know, when I'm 23, I allow myself to see, to observe the lives of other female migrants and see their wounds.
Por otro lado, las mujeres migrantes están ligadas a muchas veces los roles que como mujeres se nos ha condicionado, que tienen que ver con los cuidos, ¿no? Y que están además relacionadas con otras mujeres que cuidan también.
And then the roles of these women migrants are tied to the roles that the women are given in society, a little bit tied to caregiving.
Y a mí me parece interesante el mostrar esta red de cuidado que tenemos entre las mujeres y que de alguna manera se ha naturalizado, pero que también esa naturalidad se puede dar una relación muy íntima y muy personal entre nosotras como mujeres.
So I was interested in shedding light to this network of caregiving among women and those bonds that are created in these networks.
Y por otro lado, el Alzheimer, pues fue una observación de una vecina que a mí me parecía muy impresionante cómo esto que nosotros al final somos, que somos mucho memoria, recuerdos, etcétera, como una enfermedad te puede ir vaciando, ¿no? Como un vacío de este disco duro que somos, y eso también inspiró, digamos, el otro personaje.
And the other character was inspired by a neighbor who had Alzheimer, and for me it was shocking or revealing to see how we're memory, and how this illness empties you. It empties your hard drive of these memories.
Y decido en una película de ficción juntar estas dos historias para contar esta película.
So in my fiction film, I decided to combine these two stories to tell the film. Did you have Isabel Dada in mind since the beginning? ¿Tenías en mente a ella?
Sí. Cuando yo estaba, when I was wrote the script, I was thinking in two persons, absolutely. First one was Patricia Rodriguez to make the role to Maria, and the other one is Isabel Dada to make the role to Esther. And when I wrote the script, at the beginners I didn't know if Isabel is accept the role because she was not working still very years, and but I sent the script and she told me I will I read the script this weekend. If I want to accept, I will tell you Monday. It was so nervous all the weekend, and I received the call that morning in the that Monday in the morning. I was, oh, but she told me I love the script and I think I wanna come back the movie because she made only 2 movies. And this one, it was the last one, and then she unfortunately finished the movie.
And actually, she made the first Salvadoran feature film.
Yes, the Salvadoran feature film. The first one was in 1979.
And then, why did you choose Spain to shoot the film, and how difficult? What were the challenges of shooting in a foreign country?
Yeah. My mother lives in New York, and we know the more Salvadorians are in the United States. But we don't have the budget to make this other real space. and in Salvador is more easy to approach to Spain or a city like that to make a Brooklyn, for example, no? So that was the decision, production decision, because all the movie is made in El Salvador. Just the outside films, outside essence, are in Spain, but all in interiors are made in El Salvador. Yes. Yes, that was a crazy, but yes. Mm-hmm.
And I know it's been a long process. So you started in 2014, I think, with it?
7 years, yes.
And then why it took so long? What was the challenge, the biggest challenges?
When you made independent films, you don't have money. You don't have a dream. You have a dream, you don't have money. That's it, you have to run this so I am start thinking I was making a short films. When I finished the script and I see all the pages was 80 pages. It's not short films. So the process was I can rolling just 5 years. I have to stop. I have to. If you see the credits are many people because we have to made a crowdfunding. So the person give it a $1, $10, $5, and it was the made with this movie. Yeah. Yes.
And then you got funding from the Guadalajara Film Festival to finish it?
Yeah, we have a whip. Is when you finish the film, the production, and you have a first cut, but you don't have the post-production. And we going to Guadalajara Film Festival, and we won some hours to finish the movie, but was under the pandemic. We have to stop 2 years for that.
And one last question before we open. And then you premiered the film this year in April, May, right?
Yes.
In Salvador.
Yeah.
And well, how was the response? And also, have things are starting to change? Because I know it's been very difficult to make films in Salvador.
Yeah.
Has your film contributed somehow to open the door? How you see it now in terms of making?
I think it's difficult, but when it's difficult, maybe it's more easy too, because it's the first one, and the people want to part for this time at the first time too. And I think was a lucky time for me that, and and another person, they want to be a part. They see my first short films, and I think they believe in me. I think so, and the project too.
The floor for any questions from the audience. Thanks for sharing your film. It's a very beautiful film. How do you become a filmmaker? What was your background? Your academic background?
Yo encontré como en la literatura, en la escritura, una forma de sobrevivir y de explicarme a mí misma, ¿no? Entonces creo que vino más bien de la escritura y luego se me dio por añadidura el dirigir mis propios escritos.
I found in literature a means of a way of living and I found a way to find myself. So from there I jumped into directing, into the films.
Y logré estudiar cinematografía porque fue una decisión de vida. Y entonces me vine a Nueva York a vivir con mi madre, a trabajar haciendo el trabajo de muchas mujeres migrantes y reunir el dinero para poder pagarme la maestría.
And I decided to study filmmaker. That was a choice of life, a life decision. And then I moved with my mother and I worked with migrant women, and then I earned some money so I could afford to pay the masters.
Sí, es que antes de la lluvia es como lo que antes era la lluvia, ¿no? Y antes la lluvia es como, primero tenemos que transitar la lluvia para poder de pronto tener claridad en las situaciones. Y para mí creo que es importante como el ver a estas dos mujeres transitando una especie de tormenta, que luego les va a dar una lucidez. Entonces por eso está ahí un poco la gramática a filo, ¿no?
Translate. Before the rain, it's more literal. Before, I mean, antes la lluvia is more like before rain. It's more about the process that the two characters go through, so they can clearly see. So it relates kind of to the storms that they go through to have some clarity. It's a slow movie. Is that a trend or a characteristic of Salvadoran cinema, or experimental, or even Latin American, as opposed to contemporary cinema that's more hectic, more rushed?
No, es una característica de esta película. Porque, claro, o sea, pensar en que justamente es un momento característico de una edad determinada y además de una nostalgia y de una observación de estas vidas que pareciera que no pasa nada, pero pasan muchas cosas en cada escena, ¿no?
No, it's just characteristic of this film. It's characteristic of a certain age, it's characteristic of nostalgia, and characteristic of a certain part of life, which it seems that nothing happens, but everything is going on inside. Look at the question. In the process of making a film, did something surprise you?
Many things, all the time. Sometimes I feel, what's going on? When I'm going to finish this film. It's very difficult to make a movie in all the world, but in El Salvador specifically more, because you don't have many things to do. And you have to be very patient and have a courage to finish this. Yeah, but all the time. The most impressive to me was when Isabel Dada was so very strong to me, because I feel like more responsibility to do the best I can do with this film, because it was for her. It's turned around what was an honor to me to make this film and with this actress, and was a very important to me to do the best when she have to. Thank you. The crew, no, it's we have a woman and men, but when you have to choose who is going a role or an a crew in a movie, I think what is the best one to this movie, not for me, for this movie, because the language is a particular in every movie you made. For example, the first one, this one is I think it's a big crew production, but my second one, we are only 7, and you have to choose more carefully who are the 7 person in the crew. Yes, I think it's the view, the connect with this script absolutely, and it's like a feeling who is gonna part of this movie, for example.
Sí, me llamo Carlos y la pregunta que te quiero hacer tiene que ver con el contexto de esta creación, en el sentido de que es la primera película que ha sido dirigida por una mujer salvadoreña, ¿no? en El Salvador. Entonces, ¿qué impacto ves que puede tener tu rol en la producción de películas en El Salvador y particularmente en la producción o el desarrollo de cineastas mujeres salvadoreñas? So I'd like to place the movie in the context of the Salvadoran context. You're the first Salvadoran woman who has directed a movie. So what do you think your impact is going to be in the role of producing movies in El Salvador, and particularly in the development of female women movie makers?
Es una coincidencia de la cronología de la historia del cine en El Salvador. Realmente bueno, históricamente El Salvador tenía y tiene muchos grandes documentalistas, mujeres y hombres, pero el cine de ficción vino un poco más tarde, ¿no? Hubo un momento en el que hubo y paró.
It's just a coincidence in the chronology of Salvadoran cinema. Actually, Salvadoran cinema has more tradition in documentary, both men and women directors, but fiction took a bit longer.
Y no me siento como más importante o menos importante porque coincide con una cuestión de historia de haber sido la primera, sino que más bien con la posibilidad de que otras mujeres se crean a sí mismas que pueden hacer lo que les dé la gana. Y si es una película, y si es otra cosa, ¿no? Es más eso.
So in that sense, I don't feel myself more important because being the first one, but it's more about more women kind of owning it and taking risks and knowing that they can do films or whatever they can do, whatever they want to do.
Me encantó la película, muchas gracias. Yo conocí a Isabel Dada personalmente en su juventud y no sé en qué año murió, ¿usted sabe?
Sí, el 17, sí.
2017.
Sí.
She just asked when did the actors die? She died in 2017. Two more questions?
Felicidades que has logrado hacer realidad este proyecto, así que bueno, muy bueno. Mi pregunta es en tu idea del arte, lo que tú querías hacer, ¿verdad? ¿Cuál fue lo más difícil para ti? Si fue el escribir el guión y lograr plasmar en el guión, o la dirección, y ya en cuanto a dirigir a las personas, o si hubo algún aspecto de la cinematografía o de la producción que fue un poco, o sea, estuvo en medio pues, de todo eso, ¿no? Esto quisiera saber.
Congratulations on making this project possible. What was the biggest challenge in terms of artistic terms?
Lo más difícil es que cuando seas un cine independiente tenés la cabeza en muchísimos sitios. Entonces, sos guionista, director, productor, quien hace el arte, quien recoge las cosas. Entonces, esa cabeza partida en muchísimos sitios es súper complicado de llevar.
The hardest part is that when you make an independent film, that your head is all over the place. You know, you're wearing so many hats: producer, a director, who's taking care of art. So that's the most that's difficult aspect to carry.
Y no solamente para mí como directora, sino que todo lo que se involucra en un proyecto así, tiene que ser muchísimos roles para que un proyecto salga a flote. Entonces, no es...
El Salvador, ¿no? ¿Qué podemos decir del siglo XX?
Like basically, that the comment is that this film a book ends to Isabel's work in the first film, the first Salvadoran feature, Los Peces Fuera, sorry, Los Pasos para el Agua, and this film in classroom. Thank you so much, Brenda, and we'll continue the conversation downstairs. We have a wonderful reception hosted by the